On this edition of One Championship Weekly, the most memorable bouts in One Championship have emerged from contests between adversaries. We look at two of the biggest rivalries in One Championship. You're watching One Championship Weekly. The current One Featherweight World Champion, Martin Nguyen, first squared up against Murat Gafarov in 2015. Back then, Nguyen stepped up on short notice to challenge the Russian for the One Interim Featherweight World Championship.
That's Murat Gafarov. And that's Martin Nguyen. This is for the Interim One Featherweight World Championship. Gafarov starts with a couple of missed kicks to the head. Big overhand right from Nguyen. Didn't seem to connect solidly.
Nguyen's moving in and out, trying to find the range. He does not want to get close. Nguyen initiates the takedown, which is shocking, but he slides beautifully. Murat takes his Nguyen's back, and he looks to have a deep choke in here. And this is 30, less than
could be over very quickly, and it is.
A deep rear naked choke 40 seconds into the first round, and Murat Gafarov is the new interim world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Olivier Coste calls a halt to this battle at 41 seconds of round number 1. For your winner, via submission, and now, the interim One Featherweight World Champion, Murat Gafarov!
In a rematch that was 2 years in the making, One Featherweight World Champion Murat Gafarov stepped back into the circle to battle against a familiar foe for his third title defense. He faced a stronger and more experienced Martin Nguyen, who was out to make a huge statement against the undefeated world champion.
They battle. He'll tap him out in the first round via rear naked choke. Nguyen's game plan. He said is to stay on the outside, stick and move. Look for the opportunities to exploit Gafarov when Gafarov wants to try and stamp his authority and leaves himself open, particularly to that overhand right.
He landed it early, Michael snuck it in. Gafarov looked at him, shook his head and said, let's go.
Nguyen's corner believe that when Gafarov gets hit, he'll become frustrated. Oh, big right hand there from Gafarov and stuns Nguyen, and Nguyen ties him up. Gafarov trying to get him on the canvas. That's where he'll go to try and take Nguyen's back.
Immediately, Gafarov lands sort of an uppercut hook on that right side, sneaks it in, now has the body clinch. Let's see if Martin Nguyen can defend the takedown. Oh, but he muscles his way in. Oh no, Nguyen gives up his back, the body lock is on.
No, the figure four body lock, this is the beginning of the end. Usually for opponents of Gafarov, is it going to be the undoing of Martin Nguyen once again? Gafarov going for the rear naked. The figure four body lock is locked on. The body triangle, it'll suck the air out of Nguyen. It'll make it hard to breathe for the Australian.
Oh, what a big victory for Nguyen.
I can't believe he escaped it, Mitch. I've never seen that happen before.
He was right, he said it wouldn't happen, and he defends and gets back up to his feet.
Martin Nguyen, true to his word. He said Gafarov wouldn't be able to tap him out, even if he had his back tonight.
Oh, what does that do to the mindset of Gafarov? Nobody's gotten out of that. Nobody's been able to get away from the possible rear naked choke, and Nguyen takes him down.
Yeah, it's a good question to ask, Mitch. Is there a dent in the psyche now of the champion, Murat Gafarov? And Nguyen's confidence is going to be oozing after escaping from something that nobody's escaped from a figure four body triangle rear naked choke attempt from Murat Gafarov.
Gafarov's breathing kind of heavy. He needs to settle down, relax, realize that's what happens at this highest level of martial arts.
Remember, Gafarov guaranteed the rear naked choke again. He guaranteed it in the first round. He said, sign the pink slips, sign the ownership papers. It's going to happen again. Nguyen showing patience now. Left hand from the Australian. The Aussie threaded it well, picking his shots.
Gafarov lands a left hand of his own.
Beautiful
lower part of the leg. I like that attack.
Gafarov not flailing in wildly. Good sticky jab once more from Nguyen. Gafarov throws up a front kick, a little lazy on the execution, however. Nguyen with the overhand right, he curls that overhand right with power like Mitchell Stark bowling pace for the Australian cricket team. Roundhouse kick there from Gafarov. Gafarov hopes for a takedown, puts Nguyen on his back, but Nguyen locks up the head, locks up the neck. What can Mark Nguyen do from here?
He's got an arm in guillotine, but it's tough to finish the BJJ black belt Gafarov.
Gafarov will want to try and posture up. He wants to try and pass to the side of the body. Goes to half guard, goes to side control. Knee from Gafarov.
Nice. Nguyen's, very good by Nguyen to get back into half guard. Gafarov had side control. He's going to try to lace that leg through. Get up on top, but good ground skills shown by Nguyen.
What an amazing matchup we're seeing in the first round here. Set for 5. A brilliant contest for the World Featherweight Championship.
We're 1 minute away from one streak being ended. Martin Nguyen's 4 first-round finishes, but we still got 4 more rounds to see Gafarov's streak extended.
Gafarov, former world pancration champion. Pancration as a sport dates to ancient Greece. And there's a knee to the jaw from Gafarov. Now to side control. Very aggressive knee on belly position for the Russian.
Cuts through that guard like a hot knife through butter. Tries to go knee on belly. He wants Nguyen to turn. He wants him to give it up. Oh, and he gets away again.
Nguyen does his finest Houdini impersonation and escapes from Marat Gafarov. Nguyen glances towards Fari Salievsky in his corner, gives him a nod, says, "I'm okay, boss."
Look at the grind from Gafarov to drag the fight back down to the ground. Tries to lock up the legs. Oh, he delivers a knee on the exit.
Nguyen does a quick count of his teeth after the knee, and that's how the first round ends. And what an amazing opening round to the Featherweight Championship of the World.
Nice change of stances there from Nguyen to give Gafarov a different look. There he is throwing that big right hook, but Gafarov slid out the way, threw a counter of his own, dropped Nguyen. But here was the escapes from the rear naked choke to save Nguyen and continue the fight.
Rocked him a couple more times, although the edge in the striking superiority category is much lower. This is still a very close fight.
Second round set for 5 in front of a sellout crowd inside Stadium Negara and One Championship Kuala Lumpur, quest for greatness. Wherever you're watching in 128 countries around the world, you've got to be on the edge of your seat. And One Championship needed to have only sold the edge of the seats here inside of Stadium Negara because everyone is on the edge of their seats. Southpaw to orthodox, switching stance for Martin Nguyen. Gafarov fires a roundhouse kick. Nguyen catches it on the forearm. Switching stance again, the Australian-Vietnamese martial artist.
Gafarov pushing forward. He likes to throw big, flashy kicks because he's not scared to go to the ground, but that's exactly what he wants. He wants to take this fight to the ground, control and dominate his opponents.
Gafarov does a great job of curling these knees to the orbital. Looks to take the back here of Martin Nguyen. He's going to try and climb him and slap a rear naked choke that way. To no avail, Nguyen defends again. And now the corking knees from the Aussie.
True to his word so far, his defense in the grappling area has been stellar against that rear naked choke, Michael.
Nguyen shrugs him off. The chin a little high here on Gafarov. Now he puts the hands up. Can Nguyen capitalize? Maybe the jab to the overhand right. It's a bread and butter combination for the Aussie. And there it is! Ah, the big gavage! It's good night! Irene! Martin Nguyen shocks the world! Martin Nguyen shocks the world! Martin Nguyen shocks the world! He's the One Champion! My word! It's the biggest upset we've seen! The unstoppable has been stopped, and Gafarov walks out of the cage.
cage right now, but you can very clearly see that that overhand right put him to sleep, and he was out.
Martin Nguyen said he'd shock the world. He said, nobody believes me, but believe me, it's going to happen. I'll pick him apart with a jab. I'll thread the overhand right. That's exactly what he did to win the championship here tonight. History in the making. The belt goes back to Sydney. It belongs to Mark Nguyen, to Australia, and to Vietnam. Just phenomenal scenes inside Stadium Nagara. For all of our TV audience watching in Vietnam on HTV, you've got to be going crazy. You've got to be celebrating in your living room or in the bar, wherever you're watching. Rich Franklin with our one championship ring girls. We're all blown away here by what we've seen. No one has come close to beating Gafarov, and Nguyen absolutely knocked him onto the astral plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Yuji Shimada, has put a stop to this fight after 1 minute and 27 seconds in the second round for your winner by way of knockout and new featherweight world champion, Martin Nguyen.
Amazing scenes here in Kuala Lumpur. Marat Gafarov is nowhere to be seen still. He raged out of the cage and disappeared. He was so upset. And this man deserves all the accolades. Martin Nguyen dedicated this contest to his late father.
Coming up after the break, Edward Folayong and Shinya Aoki go toe-to-toe for the lightweight gold. You're watching One Championship Weekly. Welcome back to One Championship Weekly. In 2016, Team Lakay star Edward Folayong challenged the then one lightweight world champion Shinya Aoki for his belt. Seen as the underdog against a skillful submission master, Folayong shocked the martial arts world. We join the action in round 3.
I like what you're saying there, Mitch. Little moral victories here and there, confidence boosters for Folayong, just that he can bring forward, give himself a little bit of encouragement. The attack from Aoki.
There's that flying knee again. That is getting timed very well, but look at this. He's able to shrug.
Oh, and the knee to the head as well. And Folayong has got Shinya in trouble. Punches to the head. The noise behind me is deafening. Folayong looking for the finish. Shinya Aoki is standing very, very closely, watching hard. Nothing's coming back from Aoki. We're only half a minute into this third round. It's perpetual motion from the Filipino. And it is all over. We have a new One Championship lightweight title holder, and his name is Edward Folayong.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Yuji Shimada, has put a stop to this fight after 41 seconds in the third round for your winner and new one lightweight world champion, Edward Folayong.
Coming up after the break, Shinya Aoki gets a chance to redeem his loss against Edward Folayong. You're watching One Championship Weekly. Welcome back to One Championship Weekly. 2 years after Edward Folayong and Shinya Aoki first clashed, their roles reversed, with the Japanese warrior now in the hunt for the world title. The Japanese legend looked to recapture the lightweight belt from the man who took it from him. Edward Folayang.
From inside the sold-out Ryogoku Kokugikan in Tokyo, it's the main event of one championship, a new era for the lightweight world title. Shinya Aoki, the former world champion, now the challenger. The champ from the Philippines, the thickly built striker Edward Folayang.
Shinya immediately takes the center of the cage, trying to back Edward up.
High kicks from Aoki. Inside leg kick from Folayang. The wushu striking of Edward Folayang. Look out for the cutting side kicks, for the spinning back fists.
Aoki seems patient in his takedown. It's no surprise the game plans of both these guys. Nice right hand landed by the champ.
Shots go up for Aoki. This capacity crowd rallying behind their star. Good overhand left there from Folayang. Just test the jaw. Aoki tries to thread the high kick again.
Aoki's got to be careful standing in the front of Edward Folayang. He's landed a few big right hands. Aoki's chin's up in the air. Looks like we're gonna clash the heads right there.
Flash of leg kicks. Aoki looks for a cutting side kick. With the leg to Aoki. Folayang backed against the cage. Now Aoki would love to get Folayang down, put the champion on his back and go to work on the ground. Double leg here from Aoki, to no avail though.
Aoki's got interesting takedowns. He's always attacking different ways. Watch him try to lace the legs and also look for hip tosses. Just like that.
Over the canvas for the first time now. Half-guard position, Shinya Aoki. Looking relaxed, the champion, Folayang, who's been here before.
Edward's gonna try to frame off the face a little bit, create a little bit of space. Now Aoki's got an arm triangle. If he can jump to that side, this could be the beginning of the end. This is a bad spot for Folayang. He's got to try to answer the phone. He's got to put his hand, his left hand, right next to his ear. Aoki's got a tremendous squeeze. This could be it. He's trying to frame off. He's trying to push his left arm with his right hand.
Oh, Folayang's in trouble!
This is it.
He's in trouble! Aoki turning like a clock. Folayang's face. He's trying to survive. Aoki wants to finish him the first round. He's turning. He's squeezing. Oh, it's good night, Irene. He put him to sleep. He put him to sleep. He put him to sleep. Open the fridge. Folayang is out cold. Shinya Aoki is the lightweight champion of the world again. And Tokyo goes into meltdown.
In the very first round, Shinya Aoki placed himself in a dangerous spot, looking for some of those big shots. And immediately he's out of the cage, sitting on top of the ramp, taking off the gloves. That's a wrap.
We told you it was the resurgence. The belt once held by that man, Martin Nguyen, is now going to go around the waist of that man, Shinya Aoki. The resurgence is complete. People had written him off 18 months ago, said he should have quit, said he should have retired. He was done for. And Aoki said no. He was not going to wave a white flag. He was not going to go quietly into the night. All first round finishers in his resurgence. And look at the respect, the sportsmanship, the integrity. And here's how he won the title back.
Aoki has a tremendous squeeze. Once he was able to sink in the arm triangle, he didn't even bother to walk to the same side. He stayed in mount and put the former champion to sleep. Look how he's driving that shoulder into the neck of Edward Folayang, and there was no place to go. Folayang would not tap. He was forced to take a nap. And now, again, we have a new one lightweight world champion in his hometown of Tokyo, Japan. Shinya Aoki gets it done.
Let's go to Tom Lau, make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the championship belt once again, please welcome Mr. Chatri Sityodong, founder, chairman, and CEO, One Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Olivier Coste, has called a stop to this contest after 2 minutes and 34 seconds in the first round for your winner, by way of arm triangle, and new one lightweight world champion, Shinya.
Revolution continues in One Championship in 2019. What a moment for Aoki. What a moment for Japan to cap off the biggest, the greatest martial arts card we've seen. A rain of gold over the cage.
Thank you for watching One Championship Weekly.
Mr. Chatri Sityodong.
I was dirt poor. I've been broke with no money, eating 1 meal a day, after my parents got wiped out in the Asian financial crisis and became homeless. Martial arts is the greatest platform to unleash human potential. No one had ever tried to unite 4 billion people around one sports property. Our video views went from 300,000 to 5 billion. And the outcome because of the power of martial arts to transform lives.
One Championship!
You will fight your hearts out. Show the world why you're the greatest